Greetings, just waiting on people to join. Our very first reading is going to be a Miss Molly. You can let me know if you're here. And then the second reading will be Sal. Let me know if you're here. And then for our third reading, it will be for our first reading, it's going to be Miss Molly. For our second reading, it's going to be Miss Melissa O. And then for our third reading, it will be for Sal. And then also, hey, Miss Molly. So also, if anybody else, I'm going to have a question and answer session as well. As you see for the cards, I don't know why, but I feel Spirit was guiding me to give you a choice of a pine cone, a mint, and then raw quartz. So that's the first thing. Focus on your question. We're going to do Miss Molly and Martin first. So focus on your question. And you don't have to say it out loud or put it in the feed. If you want to, you can. That's up to you. But just constantly think of your question as to what your question will be. And then I want you to pick a pile. Once you have your question, you could put 1111. And then once you pick the pile, you could put 1, the pine cone, 2 for the mint, or 3 for the quartz. So just let me know when you're ready with your question with an 1111, Miss Molly. And Miss Alyssa, you could also think of a question, and as well as Sal, if you guys want to think of a question. And again, once you get the question in mind, type 1111 in the screen, and then type the number of the pile. Again, the pine cone is number 1, mint number 2, and then we have the quartz as number 3. And so while you guys think about that, I also said that I would give you some info on setting up an ancestor altar. So what I did is just did an example here, 1 second, of a mini ancestor altar for y'all. So we have, of course, the sage. We have our, get it together. So we have our sage, we have our incense, and then a plate. And on the plate, you could, if you use fruit, it's actually a lot better because it lasts much longer. So your ancestors are able to feed off of it much better and get energy from it. I have an empty candle because the candles that I have are actually for work, so I don't want to show those on camera. That's another thing. Don't show your ancestor altars on camera. Don't do it, because that's something that's supposed to be sacred between you and them. I have some other examples of like helping to cleanse your house. This is Florida water in a spray bottle, so that way you can spray it around the house. And this is what the Florida water actually looks like. You could actually order it online, or you could actually get it at Walmart. I get it out here at Walmart. So also we have agua de ruda. That's very, very good cleansing as well. As you see, agua de ruda. And again, for a starting ancestor altar, that is just that simple. I just wanted to do a little example so you guys could see with the water, of course, and then your candle, and then your incense, your plate. I prefer to try to get like a nice little plate, if you don't have a nice glass, nice plate, hey, you could use a paper cup. It's all to where the love and energy that you give to your ancestors. So now let's go on and get into the readings here. Okay. And so I see Miss Molly says she wants number 3. So number 3, of course, is, of course, protection. So that's good that you picked this. I don't know if the question is spiritual based, but we're going to go on and get into the reading for you here. Let's get this out the way. And again, she picked number 3. So the very first card that we have here is going to be the 4 of sticks. Hopefully you can see that. The 4 of sticks. Okay. So let me get that pulled up for you. Again, just to let y'all know, I've actually been doing readings for maybe a couple months now, a little more than a couple months. I've actually been connected with spirit all my life. So I've been a psychic medium all my life. I used to work with a paranormal team. And so, yeah, but as far as reading, I'm gonna be honest, I'm a rookie at this, but I do walk with spirit. So, I just go with the flow. That's all you can do. So again, your very first card is the 4 of sticks. Let me get that pulled up for you here. The 4 of sticks. So So for the Four of Sticks, positive cause for celebration, a special event, relaxation, laying down roots. Okay? So I don't know if you have an ancestor altar. I don't know if you've been working with your ancestors, but these couple last readings, I feel that they're directed at people that are kind of either starting their spiritual walk or kind of want to know, how can I go about starting up my spiritual walk? So by saying right here, roots is letting me know directly, if you don't have an ancestor altar, start working with your ancestors. Start, because it's a powerful thing. It's a very, very powerful thing. So that's the first thing, laying down roots, working with your ancestors, feeling blessed, harmonious, interactions, taking things to the next level. What did I just say? I just spoke on working with your ancestors, taking things to the next level. A lot of issues that people have nowadays is they were raised religious and not spiritual. So they're worried about what their family will think. They're worried about, things of that sort. But when you walk with your ancestors, you have to just step out and do it. Step out and do it. So the first thing is setting up an ancestor altar. That's the very first thing that you want to do, is get your ancestor altar set up. Start speaking out loud to your ancestors for guidance. They will definitely guide you every single step of the way. They're around you very strongly. Very, very strongly around you. I feel like it's a grandmother around you as well. A very strong grandmother energy. Or if it's your grandmother's maybe siblings. But I definitely feel that energy around you, guiding you. When you have self-doubt, it's like you hear that voice that tells you to keep going, don't stop. That's your grandmother around you. Definitely. I feel her coming through very strongly. She was no joke when she walked the earth. Not nobody to mess with. She had a very beautiful heart, but don't ever think that you're going to get her twisted and get over on her. So with that energy around you, you are fully protected with just that energy alone. But okay. So that's the grandma energy I feel. So you don't have a grandmother that's passed away on the other side? Because the energy that I feel around you, I feel like it's somebody that's not here physically. I feel like it's somebody that's definitely not here physically. And she's a firecracker. That's the word I get when I think about this person. So if it's not your grandma, it may be a sibling of your grandmother that's around you, but I feel her very strongly around you, and I know for sure it's not somebody that's still here on this plane. It's definitely not somebody that's still here on this plane. So, letting your hair down, prosperity, rites of passage, family reunions. This is man, your ancestors are definitely talking to you. They're letting you know we're here. Hello, start talking to us, start working with us. Even if you do something simple as glass of water, you could, and this is not even actually my ancestor altar, but I set this up just to show you guys. And as you see, there's already bubbles in there. That's how you know when the ancestors are around. You see all those little tiny bubbles there? That's the ancestors letting you know that they're around. And this isn't even actually an ancestor altar. This is just something that I set up as an example. So you could even, like something like I said, with the plate with the fruit, coffee. If you have loved ones that are on the other side that have coffee. Another definite factor, you want to be very, very careful as to verbalizing that you would like to only work with ancestors with good in their heart and good intentions for you and those around you, because not all ancestors are great. I say that all the time. You could have an ancestor that was a serial killer, a rapist. You don't want them at your altar. So you want to be specific as, I only want to deal with the ancestors that mean good and will assist me with the betterment of humanity. You want to be very specific about that. And okay, so family reunions, freedom, security, teamwork, making the dream work, something wonderful to look forward to, feeling good about yourself, and dreams coming true. So this is a yes. If you have a yes or no question, this is a definite yes card. That right there, it can't be any more clear than that. That's a yes. You just gotta, of course, where it says teamwork, making the dream work, you have to be open-minded and willing to think outside the box. Because there's people that can definitely assist you in your spiritual walk, but you have to think outside the box and not always judge a book by its cover. The ancestors are always telling me this. Like, so many people think that a spiritual awakening or financial blessings should be a certain way. But when you're working with the ancestors, you have to keep your mind open, because you may think, oh, I want it this way, but if the ancestors may do it this way and it'll come in a more faster pace. So you have to kind of be open-minded spiritually and start paying attention to things around you, because your ancestors have been walking with you for a while now. They've been walking with you for a while. So again, for that card, that was the 4 of sticks. Okay, the 4 of sticks. So the next one we have here is going to be the 2 of baskets. The 2 of baskets. Okay, so for the 2 of baskets, let's see here, just one moment. Love and light to everybody here. So the 2 of baskets, a happy couple pose, cheek to cheek. They both have a basket full of herbs. In the woman's basket, a queen delight root. There goes that root again. You hear that? Roots. Ancestors want you to get into your roots, start doing your work. You are a powerful individual. You are a very powerful individual. Start doing your work. You know, and your ancestors will literally guide you. Once you set up your altar and start working with them, you're going to notice that they're going to be around more frequently. They're going to start coming to you and guiding you in your dreams. Your dreams are going to be much more clear. You'll have more clarity. And I know that's one of the things that you are looking for, more clarity. It's like, you know your gift. You know that you walk with spirit, but it's like you're looking for that clarity. And they're letting you know. They're around you constantly. Very strongly. Very strongly. So both of these herbs are associated with keeping one's partner faithful and maintaining their interest in a relationship. Meaning, positive, harmonious partnership, warmth, romance, equality, sharing, reconciliation, best friends, joy, balance, mutual respect, commitment, serious commitment, emphasizing similarities instead of differences and truces. So, as far as this one goes, stop doubting yourself. Stop doubting yourself. It's like, and I feel like you give up easy, like you'll give up right before the breakthrough comes. But stop doubting yourself. You have so much beyond potential. You're beyond potential. You know how some people do have potential to do it? You're beyond potential. You just have to take that first step. You have to take that first step. You know, if a skydiver never jumped out the plane for the first time, do you think they would keep skydiving? You have to take that first step. And it's not always going to be an easy step. Sometimes you might step on a banana peel and bust your ass. You know, but get back up and throw that banana peel out the way and take that first step. But that you have to take that first step. Like, stop doubting yourself. And you know, and people are always telling you how brilliant of a soul you are, how beautiful of a soul you are, but you have to see it for yourself. You have to see it within you. Even if you just look in the mirror every day and say, hey, beautiful, even if you don't mean it at first, after a while, you're going to look forward to getting up, looking in that mirror and saying, hey, beautiful, and not out of arrogance, not out of conceit. You got to really love yourself. Like, really, truly love yourself on a deeper level, like those around you that love you. Because I feel that everybody's always telling you, oh, you're so amazing. And you're just like, you know, but you are. Like, you got to push. You got to push and take that first step. You take that first step and the ancestors going to take 10 more steps with you. So that's all it takes, taking that first step. And then, so the next card we have is actually going to be the 5 of baskets. That's the 5 of baskets. And as you see, some of the baskets are knocked over. Most of them are empty. So it's almost like I feel like somebody around you is stopping your shine. Like, it's somebody around you that every time you, like, start to feel great, they kind of stop your shine. So this one is the 5 of baskets. So let's get that one pulled up. Again, the 5 of baskets. So the plant for the 5 of baskets is St. John's wort. Again, start getting into your roots. Get into your roots. Get into your roots. Get into your roots. Oh, it's easier done than said. As long as you think it's easier said than done, then it's always going to be that way. Once you start speaking the opposite into your life, or speaking what you want into your life and verbalizing it, even if you write it down, and I don't mean write it down like I want this, I want that. I mean write it down like I am so grateful and thankful now that I have And it's a unlimited slate. The universe, the mentality of humans, we don't understand. The universe, our ancestors are unlimited. They have more than enough. And once we get into that mode and feel and know that we deserve it, then that's when it's going to start coming to you. It's going to start coming to you like you can't even imagine. And I'm speaking from firsthand experience. I went through such a dark night of the soul where I just didn't even want to be here anymore. You know what I mean? Times I'm tired, don't want to do a reading, but I know that it's a bigger picture and a bigger purpose. So sometimes it might be uncomfortable things that are going to come about that you're going to have to do, but in the long run, it's going to be beneficial to your spiritual health. So once you start saying, you know what? I'm not going to say that it's easier said than done. It's easier done than said. We have to start speaking it into existence, even if you don't believe it at first. You have to keep saying it, keep saying it. You know, they say repeat until it becomes a habit. You know, you have to make gratitude your habit. Once you make gratitude your habit, you'll see that it's going to be easier done than said. Start saying it that way. It's easier done than said. And at first, your subconscious is going to be like, yeah, right. But you have to know beyond knowing and watch how it manifests for you. Watch how it manifests for you. And so for the five of baskets. So 3 baskets are shown in various states of destruction. 2 remain unsheathed beneath the debris. Despite being bent and distorted, the 2 baskets that survived, whatever destroyed the other 3 represent are often untapped inner power and strength. What have I been saying? You have some amazing power and strength. You have to tap into it and not let anybody deter you from it, no matter what. Your focus has to be so on point that the distractions around you no longer affect you anymore. They no longer affect you. That's what I'm talking about. See? And when you see, you can feel the energy shift when you do that. Because the negative forces don't want us to stay up on a higher vibration. Because when we're on a lower vibration, they can feed off our energy. You have to get to the point where you have your energy so far up there, they can't even reach you by any means. By any means. And it's amazing. And it will be an amazing life. So you have to find your inner strength within you because you're more powerful than you know. I want you to write down a list for yourself. And say things like, I'm beautiful, I'm smart, I'm amazing. And you tape that list to your mirror in your bathroom. And every day when you go in that bathroom, you read it and you look at yourself in that mirror and you smile at yourself. Even if you don't feel it, you make yourself smile. Even if it's a smile like this, you make yourself smile and watch how your energy will move. We are energy. And once we learn how that we control and manipulate energy, then we'll stop allowing other people's energy to control and manipulate our energy. And we'll be a supreme being. And there's nobody that can ever in life stop us. Never, ever. Because we're supreme beings. And the media and everything else doesn't want us to know that. We are the true X-Men. You know, if you're on this video, it's a reason. It's a reason because you're starting to wake up. And you're on a search like, okay, I know it's more to this life. What is it? Where is it? Like, what can I do? You know, especially in the times like nowadays, it's just so much negativity. You can't go anywhere without seeing negativity. So we have to be our own positivity. You know, and like I was telling Miss Molly, you could do something simple as on your mirror, tape a paper that says, I'm beautiful, I'm loving, I'm kind, whatever you naturally think negatively, you want to put the opposite on paper. And that's when it becomes into reality. And it's no longer in the spirit realm. You're bringing it here. Because we wrestle not against flesh and blood. So it's certain things we have to do physically to protect ourselves spiritually. It's certain things we have to do spiritually to protect ourselves physically. And they go hand in hand. It's no way around it. And so, moving on, finally forgiving yourself, renewed hope, seeking help for emotional problems, recovery, feeling alive again, and letting go of grief and sorrow and disappointment. This is saying it's up to you. You got to let go of the bullshit. Bottom line, you got to let go of the bullshit and grab onto that new shit and become the amazing, magical motherfucker you are. You have to start speaking it. Stop speaking negativity. I feel like You were once a very, very positive person, but because of everything you're going through and so many bullshitting motherfuckers around you, it's like you kind of started to give up. But don't. You have so much to bring. In a moment when we very first start to give up, it's right there. We're like, oh, I want a pine cone so bad. Oh, forget it. When all you had to do is grab it and hold on to it. And that's what Spirit's saying. Grab it and hold on to it. You have so much light to bring. But you have to want it. And you have to know it. And you have to see it. And you have to taste it. And not allow anybody, I don't give a damn who it is. Because the closest ones to us and the ones we love the most will be the biggest motherfuckers that will bring us down. Start keeping your stuff to yourself. If you have dreams, goals, and ambitions, zip your mouth. And talk to your ancestors. Because it's people that will smile, oh, that's so great. And then really in reality, they're like, you ain't going to be successful with that shit. So guess what? When you're walking with your ancestors, that's going to make them have to fight even harder. Because now you got this shitty ass energy saying that you can't make it in the universe. And so it's going to make you push harder. So when you keep stuff to yourself, watch how things are going to take off for you. Just watch. Don't say nothing to nobody about nothing. You just know that it's already done, signed, sealed, delivered. It's yours. And that's real as it gets. And for those that's in this reading, not just for Miss Molly, this may be reaching out to you. Because ancestors are reaching out. And for those of you that just stepped in, this is the ancestor altar. Just to give you an idea for those that's new in the walk, you could do something this simple. This simple. And that's your ancestor altar. You could literally have a shoebox with a cup of water. A Dixie cup of water. And you could say, ancestors, I love you. I'm new at this. I really don't know how to work, but I really want to work with you. Here, all I got is this water. Or here, all I have is this apple. Or here, all I have is this graham cracker. You know, a pack of ketchup. I am so serious because I know not like with times nowadays, there's a lot of people struggling. So it's no excuse not to walk with your ancestors. None at all. Once you start walking with your ancestors, I give you my word, and I see it personally firsthand, your life is going to take off dramatically. It's not an easy walk. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, it's roses and you're going to be running through a field of lavender with unicorns running past you, fortin bubbles. No, it's not like that. It's going to be some very dark ass times that you're going to have to push through. But your ancestors got your back to the fullest, man. And they've been watching over you since you were a baby. They've been with you since you were a baby. These are the guides and angels that we speak of. And, man, there we go. Ancestors moving. And so, again, that was the very last card, the baskets. Now, Miss Molly, did you need any other reiteration on the cards? Did you have any questions pertaining to that before I move on to, are you here, Sal? Oh, I'm sorry, Alyssa. Alyssa, I see you. Oh, no problem, Miss Alyssa. So Miss Molly, did you have any other questions for me? And did it resonate with you? Okay, got you, Alyssa, pile number 1. So let me reset my third pile real quick with some new cards. And you said you want pile number 1, Miss Alyssa, the pine cone, right? Okay. And anybody else that's here, like I said, just because these readings are like directed at certain people doesn't mean that your ancestors aren't talking to you, doesn't mean that it's not something you need to hear. If you guys have any questions for me in general, you could go on and drop the question in there. We're going to go on and get to Miss Alyssa's reading. All right. Ashe, ashe to our ancestors known and unknown. Basket's moving today, boy. So the very, very first one we have here is actually going to be the 3 of baskets. As you can see, the 3 of baskets. And also, you know, just because you say you want one pile, it may be another pile that stood out to you. So just go on and let me get through these piles, and you know, it may be something else that you needed to hear out of another pile there. So the very first one we have for Miss Alyssa is going to be the 3 of baskets. That's the 3 of baskets. 3 generations of Gullah Geechee women enjoy others' company. So as you see, they're enjoying company. You're very connected spiritually. Very. As they weave sweetgrass baskets together, saying things are going to sweeten up for you. You're going through a very sour period. Things are going to start to sweeten up for you. Sweetgrass is most often used as an incense to purify and consecrate, but it is also used in medical herb to cure throat inflammation or to add flavor to foods and drinks. Parties, reunion, good fortune, hobbies, plenty, renewed health, collaborations, spending time with friends and team players. Be careful with overindulgence. Be careful with addictions. And because that can cause ill health. So that's the warning of this card. I don't know if you were asking questions and pertaining to your health, but it's some changes that need to be made, like health-wise. It definitely some changes that need to be made. And so far as if it's a yes or no question, or if you're worried, finances are going to start to look up for you. That's definitely a factor. Things are going to sweeten up for you. You know, you're in a very dark period at the moment, but you're going to get through it. You're going to get out of it. You're strong as hell. You've already been through way worse than this. You know, you've already been through way, way worse than this. So hang in there. It's going to sweeten up for you. It really is. It really is. And health-wise, just start doing more, like getting into nature. Start getting out into nature. Start going out to the lake or streams, or, you know, spend time in nature. That's what I'm really feeling very strongly to tell you. Start spending more time in nature. Start healing. Start getting away from negative assholes and start spending time in nature. And it's like you've been feeling drained as hell lately. You've had no energy. You've just been tired of being tired. Get in nature, and that's going to fix that problem for you. All right, so again, that was the 3 of baskets for Miss Alyssa. 3 of baskets. All righty, so the next one we have is 8 of coins. 8 of coins. You have a definite grandfather energy around you. Definitely. I almost feel like, I don't know if he used to be an alcoholic, but you definitely have a grandfather energy around you. I feel that very strongly. So for the 8 of coins, let's get the 8 of coins pulled up here. Bear with me one moment. This is a new deck, so I'm still kind of learning my way around it. So I thank you very much for your patience. So the 8 of coins. Alrighty. So positive skill development, working hard to attain a goal. Craftsmanship, job training. If you're inquiring about a job, it's done. It's going to come through for you. That's very clear right there. Job training, apprenticeship. If you're thinking about school, do it. You're going to be successful at it. Don't doubt yourself. Do it. Go for it. I don't know if you feel like, I almost feel like you really want to work part-time and go to school full-time. Do it. You'll be successful. You'll be successful. That's 100% hands down. I guarantee that. I don't know if your question was pertaining to school or work, but do it. You can do it. Don't doubt yourself. You got it. And that's what I've been feeling from Spirit a lot. It's so many people that are doubting their self and doubting their worth when we're amazing creatures. You're an amazing creature. You have to stop doubting yourself. You have to really, really see your worth. I'm trying to get this up so you guys could see me. Sorry about that. It just does not want to stay up. There we go. Hopefully that's a little bit better. I hope you guys can see me. Alrighty, and so for the 8 of coins, internships, a new job through research, project development, brainstorming, students, teachers. What did I just say? I feel like you want to go to school and you want to work, but you feel like you can't do it. You can, and you're going to be successful at it. 100%. You just have to do it. Take that first step. That's what the ancestors are saying to so many people. Take the first step. Everybody knows what they want, but they're scared to go out and get it. Once you take your first step, your ancestors going to line it up like you could never believe. I give you my word on that because I'm firsthand experience, okay? So education, mastering a subject, studying, grinding, again, entrepreneurship. You can do it. If you want to go to school and work, you can do it. There's a way to do it, and you're strong enough to do it. You'll be successful. You just have to take that step and do it. That's it. All you got to do is take the first step, and you'll be successful. You know, and that's point blank. If you're thinking about going to school full-time and working part-time, you're going to be successful. 100%. You're going to be successful. And again, so that's the 8 of coins. For those of you just getting in on the reading, I'm actually reading out of the Hoodoo Tarot deck. That's the Hoodoo Tarot deck. And as you see, that's a Miss Tayana Lee McKiller. I believe that's how it's pronounced. But you could actually pick this up on Amazon. And also, we have a Mr. Hoodoo Simois. I want to share this book. You could pick this up on Amazon if you're new to the working. If you're new to the working with your ancestors, this is a good starter point. So it's called Working Conjurer, a guide to Hoodoo folk magic. And that's Hoodoo Simois. And he actually has a Facebook. So if you guys want to follow him, you can. But this is an amazing book. He has some great workings in here. It's an amazing book. I did one of the workings out of here. It worked. The very next day, I had a response. So it works. Believe me, it works. Hello, Miss Keisha. Hello, Miss Mia. So the way it works, Miss Mia, is I already have the people that I'm doing the reading for. And once we get done with these readings, I'm going to do a question and answer session for you. So that's the way it works. So if you have any questions, think of your questions. If my ancestors guide me to read some other people with cards, I'll do it that way as well. Just in general, any questions. If you have spiritual questions, any additional questions about your ancestor altar or working with your ancestors, I'll be more than happy to assist you with that as well. So we have one more card from Miss Alyssa, and that will be Aunt Caroline. Aunt Caroline, you have a lot of old people around you that passed away, even people that you don't know that are ancestors around you, protecting you. You're being watched over big time. You're being watched over big time. Big time. And so we have a Miss Aunt Caroline. Let's get her pulled up and see what Miss Aunt Caroline has to say today. Aunt Caroline. And just bear with me one moment. Miss Aunt Caroline. By the way, this is a dominant MasterCard, so it actually has a full reading there. If you guys are looking into starting tarot, this is a great deck to start with. It's an awesome deck. I always like to tell this story. The very first time I did a reading when I got these cards was for myself. And so what I did is when I got done at the end of the night, I went on and stacked my cards up on top of the book here, right where I'm sitting right now. Nice and neat. And when I got up the next morning, the energy in the room felt as if it was a party going on. Like it was like an energy of blues, if you will. Like I could literally feel that my ancestors were in here partying. And I was like, you tripping. Nope. Because I looked and noticed all the cards were just in a big pile, in a messy big pile in the middle of the table, as if somebody was in here doing readings. So, hey, Miss Danielle, how you doing? So, get this deck. If you ever are thinking about getting into tarot reading, please get this deck. Please get it, because the ancestors are all in this deck. Believe me, you. All in that deck. So, for Miss Caroline, Miss Aunt Caroline, for Miss Alyssa. Okay, that's Aunt Caroline. So, Aunt Caroline is standing in the doorway of her home in Newport, surrounded by reporters. When Aunt Caroline appears in a reading, it is an indication that fate is a factor regarding whatever you are inquiring about. Rack your brain about what you or someone else could have done differently. So stop living in the past. It's time to move on, because the past is holding you back from great things. Stop living in the past. Let it go. Forgive. We don't forgive for them. We forgive for ourselves. I don't care what they did. Like, if you don't forgive, you walking around with them on your shoulders all your life, and they're out there having a ball, living the time of their life, and here you are sitting there miserable, living in the past. And I'm talking to myself too, because there's a lot I have to let go personally, so I'm not sitting up here saying, oh, I'm perfect or none of that. It's a lot I have to let go personally, but we have to learn to let go of the past to move on to the future. If you're on the monkey bars, right, and you going like this, if you don't let go with your backhand, can you move forward to the next bar? Nope. So we got to let go of the past. We have to. It's no way. Hey, cousin. It's no way to get around that. None. Okay? So whatever you are inquiring about, wreck your brain about what you or someone else could have done differently. If you like, but the truth is that everything turned out exactly how it was supposed to turn out. Let go. Let go. It's saying let go of the past. Let go. You have so much of a brighter future if you let go of the past. There's nothing in the past for us. Are you going to drive down the freeway and use your rearview mirror to go forward? Hell no. Because what's going to happen? Your ass going to crash, right? So we got to let go of the past to move forward and not crash. Ancestor speech. Like, man, the energy is heavy right now. It really is. So this can be a very hard pill to swallow. In an age when people want to believe their thoughts or choices always dictate outcomes, the existence of a greater plan is not to welcome concept today, because it implies vulnerability, which is automatically translated to weakness in the minds of many. Holding on to the past makes your mind weak because you're not focused on right now. When you hold on to the past, you're not focusing on your dreams. So you're reliving that past, literally. You're re-going through that same thing. It's like a hell. You're putting yourself through a living hell. So once you let go of the past and you truly let go of the past and forgive and move forward, then that's when you're able to move forward. Can you run forward if you have a damn bungee cord tied to you? That's the past. It's like a bungee cord. You'll run, and right when you're almost to your goal, it's snatching you back because you're walking in the past. You got to let go of the past. You have to. I mean, like I said, when I do readings, whenever the ancestors are repeating, it's time to let go of the past. You have to let go of the past. It's no need in holding on to it because it's not going to do nothing but keep you in the past and just keep reliving that torturous bullshit over and over again, So we are used to images of people casually walking away in slow motion from explosions or crashes through windows without a scratch. We then want to be indestructible, unflappable people too. But this is not the movies. We know in real life those characters most likely would have died in the raging inferno, and the window crasher would have been blinded or cut to ribbons. The audience likes that these things didn't occur. They like the implication that the characters escaped from the cooler and that fate had planned for them. Aunt Caroline teaches us that this way of thinking is a fantasy. Stop living in the past. It's literally repeating over and over. Stop living in the past. No one can escape their fate. The incidents are no accident. She also teaches us to expect the unexpected. Think outside the box. Know it's already worked out. Don't worry about the how it's going to work out. That's not our job. We got to let the ancestors handle that. We just got to know, okay, ancestor, I know you got me, and I'm just going to go with the flow. And when you see the doors open and the opportunities are there, take advantage. Take advantage. Pay attention to numbers. 1111 means doors are open. 444 means you're on the right path. 222 means your guides, angels, and ancestors are watching over you. So start paying attention to those numbers. And when you see them, Don't just look at the number. Look around at what's around you. Pay attention to what's around you, because that means it's a message there. You know, because a lot of people are like, well, I see these numbers, but what am I going to do? Pay attention to what's around you, because there's a message there. There's a message there. And we got to let go of the past to move forward to our future. It's too many people holding on to the past. So, this card may also be trying to tell you that to understand why things are happening is why they turned out the way they did. You must consider the big picture. Pay attention. I was just saying, pay attention to your surroundings, because you have so many messages around you. And by being distracted from the past and staying here, you're not able to move forward. So you have to let go of the past. You have to. So, now these are the questions that you can ask yourself to see how you can better yourself with the question that you have. So have you thought about turning that unexpected incident into an opportunity? So if it's something that you feel you lost, or someone you feel that you lost, it could have been opportunity. Maybe it's saving you for something bigger that would have happened down the line if you wouldn't have got away from them. You know? So it's deep. It's deep. Start paying attention. I really feel that your ancestors are saying, pay attention. We talk to you all the time. We warn you all the time. You have to start listening and let go of that past. It's no good. This was fated. This was fated. So it was meant to happen. You know, it's nothing that you could have did to change it. It was going to happen the way it happened regardless. When one door closes, another door opens. What's the very first thing I said? Jobs, opportunity, school. Was it really by accident? Nope. Did I not just say that? It's not a coincidence. Everything happens for a reason. Hello, how you doing, Miss Christina? So, you don't like change. Tough shit. It's about to. What did I just say? And let me try to see if you can see that. So you don't think I'm just making up shit or blowing smoke up your ass. I don't know if you can see that. It may be backwards, so I'm going to leave it there for just a second. Okay? I just said that. Woo! Wow. Ancestors moving. We're all just players in one big chess game. Do you really think that it's all about you? Get out of your own way. You can't make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up. Get out of your own way. I mean, these cards are very blunt. Like, very, very blunt. Miracles happen every day. I was just saying that you have to pay attention to your surroundings and the blessings that are around you. So many people are so busy complaining about what they don't have, they don't take the time to really realize that we are blessed. You can see, you can smell, you can taste, you can hear, you can think. If that's all you have to be grateful for, start with that. And watch how things take off for you. And I'm speaking first-hand experience. You know? Because it was a time that I was so positive all the time. And then I became so pessimistic because of what was around me. And now that I'm starting to focus on the positive, it shifts. It shifts because when you focus on higher energies and positive and things that you're grateful for and things to show gratitude for, then more is going to come to you. When you complain, then you're going to see more to complain about. And there's no way around it. So start being grateful. Start being grateful for the little things. The little things. You woke up this morning. You had something to eat. You able to shit and piss. Some people can't even do that. Like, it's so much to be grateful for. It's so much to be grateful for. You know? So, do you respect the cycle of life? How do you feel about getting older? Be grateful. Focus on the things that you're grateful for. And let go of the past. Bottom line. Let go of the past. So, Sal, are you here? Sal, are you here? And did you have any questions for me, Miss Alyssa? Did that cover your question for you? Okay, Sal, are you here? All right, so I'm going to try to give Sal a little minute. Thanks, Miss Alyssa. So, yeah, just focus on the things to be grateful for. Okay, no problem. And anybody else, if you have a question, go on and ask it. Like I said, I'm trying to give Sal a minute because he's the other one that responded first to get a free reading. So since he's not responding, I'm gonna still give him a minute. But the very first person to hit me with the 1111, I'll pass that reading to you if he doesn't respond. So the very first person to put 1111 in the text thread, I'll do a reading for you if Sal doesn't respond. So put 1111. The very first person to type 1111 in the text thread will get that final reading. $11.11 gets you a free reading right now. I'm gonna reset this other deck. Again, the first person to put 1111 in the thread is gonna get a free reading. I'm just waiting to see if anybody responds. If Sal doesn't respond, then again, the very first person to put 1111 in the thread there. Okay, Miss Daniel. Miss Danielle. I don't know why I keep saying Daniel. Get it together. So Miss Danielle. So you got the final reading. And for Miss Christina, I'll do a 1-card reading for you. All right. But Miss Danielle is the first one that got that 1111 in there. So Miss Danielle, the way we do it, you already dropped your 1111 in there. So think about your question. You do not have to put it in the thread. Just think about your question hard. If you have to kind of close your eyes and focus on that question, think about it. Once you know what your question is going to be, you're going to pick either pile number 1, the pine cone. You're going to pick pile number 2, the mint. Or you're going to pick pile number 3, which is raw quartz. So raw, uncut, unpolished quartz. So once you think of your question, Miss Danielle, you could go on and drop either a pile number 1 for the pine cone, pile number 2 for the mint, or pile number 3 for the raw quartz. Hey, how you doing, Miss Josan? So, Miss Josan, so for Miss Christina, after I get done with Miss Danielle, Miss Christina, and then Miss Josan, I'll do a 1-card reading for you too. All right? Okay, so Miss Danielle picked pile number 2. Pile number 2. So let's get these out the way for you. Alrighty. So your very first card. 6 of baskets. That's 6 of baskets. So for 6 of baskets, let's get that pulled up for you. Just bear with me one moment here. So for 6 of baskets, rekindling an old flame, getting back together, a clear conscience, restored harmony, indulging in play, reflecting on the good old days, growing up, happy childhood, memories, and people who have made their peace in the past. So if you had a yes or no question, that's a yes. Off bat. Whenever we get that basket card like that, that's a yes. Secondly, trust. I feel like you need to start having more trust in people, because that's going to get you where you want to be. You've been messed over so much that your trust is 0. And there's people in your life that can really help you get where you are, or where your destiny needs to have you be. Like, you have a lot to bring to this world, but you have to start having more trust. I'm not saying just go around trust everybody, you know, but if someone's put in your path and it's something that you were thinking about that you really desire, and they can assist you with making that happen, have a little more trust. Have a little more trust. You need more rest. That's what this is saying. You know, make peace with the past. So let go and forgive. That's another thing that keeps coming up in these readings. And so if you see in the first reading, that may be leading into this reading, because it's like, let go, forgive. You know, I'm hearing that a lot, that we got to let go and forgive and move on and let that asshole do whatever they doing, you know, because for us to shine, we can't allow anybody to dim or shine. And sometimes it takes definitely moving on from the past and knowing your worth. You have to know your worth. You have to know your worth. That's a definite factor. But this is a yes card. So if your question was kind of a yes or no question, or if you're not sure if something's going to go well for you, that's yes. So the next one we have is actually going to be the 5 of Knives. And that's ironic because I just had 5 people. Now, I mean, I had 4 people, but right when I showed this, a 5 popped in on there. So it's 5 people watching now. So the 5 of Knives, again, cutting shit out your life. Whenever you see the knives come up, it's letting you know it's time for some things to be cut out of your life. And it doesn't necessarily have to be people. It could be habits. It could be something as negative thoughts, you know, thinking negatively about yourself, you know, that needs to be cut out of your life. So for the knives, we have the 5 of Knives for you. So the 5 of Knives. So, making amends, conflict resolved, vindication, overcoming challenges, vengeance, righteous fury, treachery exposed, being prepared for battle. And I believe this is on a spiritual level. Like I've been telling a lot of people, man, start working with your ancestors. Get those ancestor altars up. You know, we were taught totally wrong, you know, worshiping the wrong beings, and wonder why we struggling in general, you know. Get those ancestor altars up. Start talking to your ancestors. You know, it's going to make a huge difference in your life. Being prepared for battle, the end of attacks, fighting back, confronting evil and compromise. Did I just not say I feel it's spiritual? Get that ancestor altar up. Start working with your ancestors. Start talking to your ancestors. Start talking to your loved ones that have graduated from this plane, that are no longer with us, that you know have good intentions at heart. You know, because not all ancestors have good intentions at heart. And I say that all the time. For those of you that are just actually stepping in, I gave an example of what an ancestor altar should look like. It doesn't necessarily have to look like this, but of course you have your candle, your water. I have sage on mine, your incense, and then fruit. You may have, if you're already working with your ancestors, you may be cooking something and you'll fear one of your loved ones. Oh, can you put some of that on the altar for me? That's why it's definitely mandatory that you have an altar up, because that's your connection with your ancestors. And that gives them means and energy to be able to start assisting you on the astral plane. Because again, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against spiritual wickedness in high places. You know? And we're so quick to defend ourselves here on the physical. If somebody run up on you and talk shit, you're not going to let them do that, right? So it needs to be the same on a spiritual plane. With protecting yourself. And like I said, the best way to start, hey, how you doing? And so the best way to start again is your ancestor altar. I can't be any more specific than that. You know, get your water, get your candle, get your incense, your fruit. You could just start off with fruit, an apple. You know, if you don't have that, a graham cracker and water. You know, it's a start, and you're gonna start seeing doors open like you've never seen before. I guarantee that. That's why I really believe that anyone on here that's getting readings, like you've been inquiring spiritually, you know, but you're not sure which direction to go with it. You're worried about what people think. Don't worry about what nobody thinks. Our ancestors weren't worried about what nobody thinks when they were shedding blood for us. You know, when they were being forced into slavery and dying. So stop worrying about what people think. Start working with your ancestors. Get your altar set up. You know? And then be careful, because it's also stating here that it's somebody around you that's being manipulative. You know? Rudeness, deceit, troublemakers. You need to remove those negative ass motherfuckers out your life. Bottom line, it's time. You know, because it's people holding you back. And you know you're capable of shining. You know it. You have a lot to bring. So it's time to just you know, cut the negativity out your life. Stop doubting yourself. That has been coming up so much. So many people are doubting their self. You have so much to bring to this world. Each of you that's on here, like, there's something that you could bring to this world that nobody else could bring. And once you start walking with your ancestors, they'll be able to let you know. Look, you know, this is what you need to be doing to be successful at this. It's no coincidence. Once you get your altar set up, they're going to start coming to you in your dreams and thanking you. You know, and I'm talking about ancestors that have came to me in my dream plane, on the astral plane, that are from, I'm talking about like 1700s, 1600s. One of my ancestors actually has a grass skirt and has that paint, the war paint on himself. And when he comes around, I already know, man, it ain't no joke. It ain't no joke. You know, but once you start walking with your ancestors, they're going to start walking with you. And that's what I really feel very strongly to tell y'all. Start walking with your ancestors. Get your altars set up. They're waiting. They have so much that they can bring to us, but they're not strong. We're not feeding them. If you look at every type of race or ethnicity that honors their ancestors, they're successful. They're burning ancestor money. They have their altars up. Food. When you go into like the Oriental nail shops and they have their fruit and incense burning, that's ancestor altars. Why do you think they're so successful? And we want to be so quick to be like, oh, that's the devil. I'm not doing that. And then you wonder why you're unsuccessful. But then the religion you were raised in has you drinking blood and eating flesh. Let's take a moment of silence on that one. Y'all not ready for this truth. Y'all not ready for the truth. So let's get back to Miss Danielle. Sorry about that. Got off kilter a little bit there. So your next one is going to be the 2 of Sticks. Contemplation, focus, meditation. You need to start getting into meditation. Your mind is racing too much. You need to learn to shut that shit the hell up. Meditation, nature. So we're going to get the 2 of Sticks pulled up for you here. So the 2 of Sticks. Partnerships. Planning for a future. Speaking your mind. That goes back to what I was saying about negative people around you. Shut them down. If it's something that does not make you feel good, shut that shit down. Period. You know, if it's not uplifting, if it's not elevating you, you know, because life is too short for the bullshit. Bottom line, it really is. It's way too short for the bullshit. So it's time we start cutting negative ass people, negative ass thoughts, negative ass patterns out of our life if we're going to be successful. And that's the bottom line. And I'm talking to myself as well, because it's a lot of things that I have to cut out. It's a lot of things that I have to start doing for me to better myself. You know, it's an everyday process. It's an everyday walk. It's an everyday step. And a lot of times it's not easy. It's not easy. But you have to just remember that it's somebody that's way less fortunate than you. If you're able to be on here right now talking to me or watching this video, you're fortunate. There's somebody that doesn't have a phone. You have a toilet to go to use the restroom on, you're fortunate. There's somebody that doesn't have a toilet. It's somebody sleeping under a freeway bridge right now, wondering how they're going to get their next meal. But we complain about the stupidest shit. We need to start being grateful and having gratitude. Gratitude, man. The more you complain, the more you get to complain about. The more grateful you are, the more you're going to get to be grateful about. And that's facts. It's no way around it. It's no way around it, man. It's really not. So, for the future, speaking your mind, progress, new inventions, ambition, being unafraid, go against the grain. You have to think outside the box sometimes. Things aren't always going to come to us the way we expect it to. We may say, oh, I don't want that. And by you passing up that, you missed a bigger blessing. So We need to start paying attention to our surroundings and learning to be grateful and walking with our ancestors. Man, our ancestors want to work with us so bad, and we're so brainwashed by society to believe that our true religion is dark. How twisted is that? How twisted is that? Before our ancestors came as slaves, and not all black folks that are in America came as slaves, but that's a whole nother video. We are a magnificent royal race, and not just black folks, but just all races in general. But especially at this point, what we're going through in life is because we're not grateful. We're not honoring our ancestors, which can protect us from all this bullshit that's going on, by the way. But they're weak. You're not giving them water. You're not giving them libations. You're not thanking them and giving them gratitude. Even if you just sit there and you say, thank you, ancestors, for your many blessings and sacrifices to get us to where we are today. They'll be happy with that. Facts. So, deciding to travel or move overseas, and power to persuade and influence people. Like I just said, Ms. Danielle, you could actually change a lot in the world, but you have to separate yourself from negative things, negative thoughts. You know what I mean? In general. And it's going to work out for you. It's going to work out for you. But like I said, that very first card was a yes. This is saying you need to meditate more, focus more, get more out into nature, and more gratitude. More gratitude. Because the more gratitude we have, the more we have to be grateful for. All right, so let's see here. And did you have any other questions, Ms. Danielle? Did that resonate with you? Did it cover your question? Okay, so we have... Who else was it? Because it was two different people that put 11. Miss Christina Archer. Okay, so first we have Miss Christina Archer. I'm going to do a one-card reading for you. And then Ms. Josanne Lucio. I do apologize if I mispronounced your name. Are you guys still here? And Jennifer Freya, I do apologize if I mispronounced your name. How are you doing today? Or should I say this evening? Peace and blessings. And again, do we still have Miss Christina Archer and Josanne Lucio? Are you guys still in here? I know the thread may be moving a little bit slow, so I'm just waiting to see if you guys are still here so I can do a one-card reading for you. Okay, Miss Christina, so let's do a one-card reading for you. So what I want you to do is think of your question for me. And if for any reason I feel that I should draw out more cards for you, then I will. Oh, first one that jumped. We'll take that one right there. Jumped right on out. So this one is actually for Miss Christina. The Ace of Baskets. So it's a number 1. And as you see, I don't know if your question was pertaining to finances, but it's showing overflowing. As you see, it's overflowing. So there's more than enough coming into your life. So let's go on and get this card pulled up for you to see what it has to say for you. Again, that's the 1 of baskets, the Ace of baskets. Alrighty, so again, the Ace of baskets. for Miss Christina. Alrighty. So meaning, positive, compassion, emotional, renewal, having a sense of peace, falling in love, contemplation, new relationships, happiness, messages in water. Set up your ancestor altar. And as you guys see, anybody that walks and work route, this isn't even an actual ancestor altar. I just set it up as an example. And as you see, covered in bubbles. This is all your ancestors coming through for this reading. Okay? As you see, it's covered in bubbles. All right? So the spirits are definitely with us. No question. No question. So water, abundance, empaths, intuition, feeling reflects, so you're very empathic. Stop letting people steal your energy. You know, because and the best way to go about doing that is shut them down. If you know it's not in your best interest and the conversation does not make you feel good, shut that shit down. Because they're draining your energy. Stop letting people steal your energy. You know, stop it. You know, stop. Because you have a lot of positive energy and there's a lot of people that are taking advantage of that. So stop letting people steal your energy. Keep them at bay. So, refresh, spiritual people, and healing old wounds. Again, letting go of the past. That keeps coming up in the readings. Let go of the past to move forward and know your worth. Know your worth. And if it was a yes or no question, that's a definite yes. That's definite yes. There's going to be some stress and struggle there. I'm not going to lie. But it's going to work out for you. You just have to keep your head up and separate yourself from the bullshit. Bottom line, separate yourself from the bullshit. So, the other person that put 1111 in there was a Miss Josanne Lucio. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name right. I do apologize if I'm not. Are you still here? Miss Josanne Lucio. If so, I can do one card reading for you. So I'm just waiting to see if you're still here. If not, the first person that puts in 1111 will get her reading. So that's 1111, 1111. So the next first person that puts in 1111, I'll go on and give you a one card reading before I get off of here. And again, if Miss Josanne Lucio is in here, let me know. If not, someone can put 1111 in and I'll go on and do a one card reading for you right now. So the first person to put 1111, unless of course Miss Josanne answers. Oh, no problem, Miss Christina. Thank you, thank you. Peace and blessings. So again, if anybody else wants a one card reading before I get off of here, go on and hit me with the 1111. The first person to hit me with the 1111, I'll do another one card reading before I get off of here. Unless again, Miss Josanne Lucio is in here, then I could go on and do your one card reading for you. So again, if anybody, General Feria Sayers. Okay, I got you. Hello, how are you doing today? Or should I say this evening? All right, so I'm going to do a one card reading for you here. Oh, there we go. Oh, it looks like I'm actually going to do a two card reading for you. Two jumped out. So we have the very first one is the Son of Knives. Okay? The Son of Knives. Walking with our ancestors. You need to start walking with your ancestors if you're not already walking with your ancestors. This has been coming up all night. As you see, defense mode. But it's a church in the background. So we war not against flesh and blood, but against spiritual wickedness in high places. Start walking with your ancestors. Start walking with your ancestors and watch how your life's going to change drastically. So we're going to get that pulled up. Again, it's the Son of Knives for Mr. Sayers, the Son of Knives. I apologize. I can't really see your picture here. All right, so the Son of Knives. Let's go. Let's get it. Son of Knives. There we go. So, the Son of Knives represents the tendency to go too hard and provoke others. These cards are very blunt. So what that's saying is, it's not always about you. You have to start having some sort of give in the situation. You know? You have to have some sort of give in the situation. It's not always about you. So on the positive side, he is innovative, gung-ho, energetic, vigilant, clever, and persuasive. So on the negative side, pushy, aggressive, two-faced, gossip, and hustler. On this end, I feel like it's somebody talking behind your back. So that's not pertaining directly to you. It's somebody talking behind your back that you think you could trust. So be careful. Be very careful. And I feel like I said, start being more open to people. You know? Start being more open to people. And you'll be surprised at the miraculous things that will start to happen. You know, start walking with your ancestors. If you don't know how, like I said, you can do something simple as setting up an ancestor altar. You know, put some water, put some fruit on a plate, candle, incense. They love incense. You could get copal incense, or sorry, copal. It's called copal, and the actual copal looks like this, and you could burn that on charcoal. You know, so this right here is saying, first of all, be very careful, because it's somebody that's talking behind your back that you think you could trust. So be careful, and it's like somebody that you really think you could trust, and if you found out, it will break your heart. The shit that they're saying behind your back. So be very careful. And then also, like I said, be more open-minded. And that's going to get you in the long run where you're trying to get. You know, that's going to get you in the long run where you're trying to get. So I'm getting, if it's a yes or no question, it's not really a solid yes or no. It's up to you to do the work to be successful at it. As long as you're willing to do that work, yes, you'll be successful at it. Okay? And so the next one we actually have is going to be free man. The free man. Free yourself, man. So that's going to be the next one, the free man. And that's actually a dominant master card. So just give me one moment to get that pulled up for you here. The free man. Alrighty, so the free man. The free man is a card 0 because 0 is not a natural number. So that right there off the bat is letting me know that you're far from natural. You're more supernatural. You have a very deep supernatural connection, spirit connection. You need to really start working with your ancestors. Really, really, really. Most people normally don't start counting with 0. Likewise, the free man doesn't count in situations that demand subservience to conventional wisdom or status quo. So you don't worry about like the latest fads and the latest gossip, and that's good. You're not worried about being on the status quo. So on that note, keep doing what you're doing. Keep being you. I feel like it's people that try to block your shine, but don't let them. Don't let them. You have a lot to bring. Like, it's so many of you that are listening that have so much to bring to this world, man. Like, you have so much to bring to this world, and you have to stop allowing negative motherfuckers to block your shine. You know, and as I was saying earlier, stop sharing your dreams with people. Your goals, dreams, aspirations, and desires, keep it to yourself. Because it may be somebody that's smiling and saying, oh, that's great. But in reality, in their heart and soul, they're like, they ain't going to be successful. You know, so that's putting negative energy on your shit. Not saying that it's going to stop it. Because as long as you know your power and you walk in your power and you don't allow anything to deter you, it's not going to stop it, but it can slow it down. Keep your dreams to yourself. because you have a lot that you want to do, but you're not sure how to do it. Start working with your ancestors and they'll give you the proper steps to take to make sure that you are very successful at your endeavors. So, the free man is on a whole other level because he genuinely feels that common sense is for common people. He doesn't think he's better than anyone. He has just accepted the new grass doesn't grow as lusciously on a beaten path. The free man is definitely foolish to most people who encounter him because he appears to be reckless and immature. But such assessments are only relevant when gain or loss is in focus. The free man doesn't exist in the space where those thoughts flourish. He is more interested in attainment of wisdom by following his passions and what he knows to be true, wherever that may ultimately lead. The free man has the free man has what every great worker always had. The courage to follow their callings despite the possibility of dire consequences, and unshakable faith that made their courage possible. Just what I was saying. Fuck what they talking about. Let shine. Don't be ashamed of who you are. Shine. Don't worry about people thinking you're eccentric or anything like that. You shine. And you be you, and you do you, and you be happy at what you do. And watch how there's going to start being more spiritually aware and alert people that are going to come into your life to help you on your path. Ancestor altar. That's the start. Get your ancestor altar started. Again, you could have, like I said, water, a candle, and sage, and then fruit. That's that simple. And you know, I thank you, ancestors, that have my best interests at heart, that you'll work with me and that you'll guide me on my path so that I can be successful. And so the questions that you need to ask yourself for the question that you had, these are the questions that you can ask yourself to be successful at your question that you had. So, what is the best thing that could happen if things go your way? So stop thinking what's the worst thing that could happen. Stop that. Cut it out. Start saying what's the best thing that could happen. Start visualizing what's the best things that can happen in your life. And watch how your life starts to take off for you. Stop being a doubter. Stop being a doubting Thomas. Stop doubting yourself. You'll have the most grand, beautiful ideas, and then you'll just at the last minute say, that's not going to work. Stop doubting yourself. Go for it. Stop doubting yourself. Have you received an opportunity that you fantasized about but are afraid to take? What did I just say? This is deep. Where are you headed? Are you really that deep? What did I just say? This is deep. And then it turns around and says, where are you headed? Are you really that deep? You can't make this shit up, man. You can't. Where are you headed? Are you really that deep? I literally just said that. This is deep, and then it turns around and says that. Confirmations. Start working with your ancestors. Start working with your ancestors. Ashe, no problem. So, are you really a free spirit? Or are you just a jerk or a rebel without a cause? We know that's not the case. Because the energy I get from you, you're a beautiful free spirit. And you're just sick of motherfuckers. You know, so it's making you seem to be more angry when you know you love people, but it's like you could only go through so much with somebody putting you through bullshit. You know what I mean? So that's why I feel like you're going through a lot, but it's the people you surround yourself with. You know, that's holding you back. So have you considered the financial or emotional cost of attaining that goal? You know? So this could not even be necessarily referring to something like financially or something that you're getting. It could be referring to, like I said, self-doubt. You know, self-doubt. It's so much self-doubt in the world nowadays. Like, people doubt themselves. And we need to get out of that. Even if you write down what you're grateful for yourself about. Why do you love yourself? What makes you love yourself? That's the way to start building up that confidence. And it's not arrogance. It's not conceit. We need to really learn to love ourselves. So many people hate themselves. And we wonder why we're miserable. We start loving yourself. Start talking to yourself in the mirror. You know what I mean? Like, hey, beautiful. Hey, gorgeous. You know? Hey, you magnificent royal motherfucker. You get what I'm saying? Like, start building yourself up. I always tell people, write a list of what you're grateful for. And start having gratitude, because it's so much self-doubt in these readings that I'm getting, that like, you are a magnificent soul. You know it though. You know it. I feel that about you. You know. That's why you got to get away from these dumbass people that's speaking down on you. Bottom line. You know, anytime you're telling somebody your dreams, goals, and desires, and they're, well, that won't happen because of this or that, cut them motherfuckers loose, man. For real. Cut them motherfuckers loose, because it don't matter how big or far-fetched your dream seems. If you sit there and visualize it and you know that it's done, it's going to manifest. It's going to manifest. Like, that's what I feel is a yes, but you're going to have to do some hard work. You're going to have to do some hard work, but you're willing to. And your heart's where it needs to be for it. So that's going to make it easier for you. You know, because when it's something that you love to do, it's not really hard work. But it's going to be a little bit more that you're going to have to do. But it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's you know, it's definitely going to happen. So the new guy-gal situation isn't who or what they appear to be. I was just saying that it's somebody around you that you think you could trust and you can't. You need to cut their asses out of your life. Period. I just said that. Maybe you need to loosen up. Relax. Go with the flow. No, it's already worked out. Are you living in the present? I just said that. Be grateful for now, for the things you have immediately around you. Follow your bliss. That's the last thing it says. Follow your bliss. Stop doubting yourself. Go for it. As I was saying in the other readings, take the step. Take the first step. And just watch how it takes off for you. And I really feel I need to do one more card for you. So just give me one moment here. It's about to be some movement, some roads opening up for you. Whenever you see train tracks, there's a clear path. Doors are opening. Doors are opening. Doors are opening. You have to walk through them. You have to walk through it without fear. Some of those doors may open, may not seem like the right door. But once you get on the other side, it'll be the most, it might be the ugliest looking door you ever seen in your life. And once you get on the other side of that door, it's the most amazing, magnificent room that you've ever seen. The universe and your ancestors are opening doors. It's up to you to take the first step and walk through. It's up to you to take the first step and walk through. So for the railroad, let's get that pulled up for you. That is an elder card, by the way. So just give me one moment to get that railroad pulled up here. Here we go. Again, it's the railroad card. As you see, railroad card. So, one second. So the meaning, let me get to the meaning for you one moment here. So when railroad bill turns up, you are being encouraged to increase your efforts to ensure victory. It's a reminder of the characteristics that are required to win: confidence, determination, discipline, perseverance, and assertiveness. I just said that. You may have to do a little work, but you got it. You got it. It's a yes. Now is the time to adopt a take no prisoners attitude toward anybody or anything that attempts to get in your way. What have I been saying this whole reading? It's time to cut the bullshit out your life. And this just verified it. This card is a warning that you must toughen up or risk the loss of what you've worked so hard for. And that's the very first thing I said at the beginning. I feel like it's in between yes and no, but it's up to you to take the steps to make it a yes. So I hope that resonated with you. I hope it makes sense on your question. Did you have any other questions for me? And did that resonate and did it make sense for you there? And did you have any other questions pertaining to the reading? Was something to be a little bit more clear for you? Or do you need me to clarify something for you? Or did it make sense? Did it resonate with you? Ashe, ashe, ashe. Peace and blessings. And you have a lot of loved ones around you. I feel like you've had a lot of losses in the last couple of years. I feel like you had a lot of losses in the last couple of years. Even a pet. I don't know why I feel like you lost a pet as well. But I feel like that pet's around you still. But just to let you know they are with you. If you verbally, oh, ashe, no problem, no problem. But if you verbally say what you want to say to your loved ones, they'll hear you. Do you already have an ancestor altar set up? If not, you need to get one up ASAP. Because your ancestors are around you. They really want to work with you, and they're protecting you. They are working with you, but by getting that altar set up, that gives you a direct connection. So if you have questions, you could actually go to the altar. You just change your water out. And ancestors definitely moving. Because like I said, I just set this up as an example, and there's like literally thousands of bubbles in here. And that's how you know when your ancestors are around. Like there's literally thousands of bubbles. And I literally just set this up as an example for an ancestor altar. I see a couple more people in there. If there's anybody that wants to get a 1-card reading, just hit me with the 1111. I'm about to be getting out of here. But I don't believe in coincidence. So if there's anybody, like I said, that you want to get a 1-card reading, hit me with that 1111. Before I get out of here. Hello, Miss Victoria. Again, if there's anybody in here that wants a 1-card reading, hit me with the 1111. If not, then I am going to go on and call it a night so I could get ready to go to bed and get ready for work tomorrow. So, again, if there's anybody that wants to get a 1-card reading, hit me with the 1111. It's free. There's no charge. So, if you need a 1-card reading, hit me with the 1111. If you have any questions that you guys want to answer, shoot away. If you have any questions about the ancestor altar, how to set it up, working with your ancestors. And again, if anybody wants to get a 1-card reading, again, it's free. Hit me with the 1111 and I'll do a 1-card reading for you. If not, then I'm going to go on and call it a night. So is there anyone else that would like to get a reading? Anybody that had readings, you can inbox me at any time with any questions if you would like. I'm going to try to get on here and do more readings more frequently. This is my first time actually doing back-to-back days. I did a reading yesterday and today, and I think that's what I'm going to start doing more readings on the weekends. If you think you guys would like that, let me know. Because I really love it. I really do. And, there's a lot that our ancestors have to say to a lot of different people. Again, I still see there's a couple people here. So if you would like a 1-card reading, hit me with the 1111. I know it's moving a little bit slow, so I'm trying to give it a little time to see if anybody else wants to get a reading here. So again, if you would like to have a reading, hit me with the 1111. Any takers? I see there's still 3 people in here. I feel like there's somebody that needs to hear something from their ancestor. So are we going to do it this way? The first person that hit me right now with the 1111, I'm going to do a 3-card reading for you. So the first person to hit me with the 1111, I'm going to do one more reading, and it's going to be a 3-card reading. So, again, 1111, you want to get that free reading right now, 3-card reading, hit me with the 1111. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. But again, if somebody wants to get a free reading right now, hit me with the 1111 in the comments. And I'll do one more free 3-card reading. So the first one to hit me with the 1111, you're going to get a free 3-card reading right now. Try to give it a few more minutes. And if not, I'll go on and get off of here. But again, if there's anybody that wants to get a free 3-card reading right now, the first one to hit me with the 1111 is going to get a free 3-card reading. I'm sorry, a free 3-card reading. I cannot talk straight right now. Lord have mercy. And again, anybody interested in, getting their ancestor altar going for their ancestors, it could be this simple. This is not an actual ancestor altar. It's an example. So as you see, we have a plate with fruit or sage, incense, water, and then a candle, of course. So, and it doesn't have to be anything fancy or anything like that. You can start off simple, just water and a cracker if that's all you have. It's the honoring of the ancestors. Even if you don't have anything at all, you could just say, ancestors, I love you, and I just give you my love, and that'll start, you'll see that things are going to start lining up for you like nobody's business. But like I said, I do see some people still on here, and I'm willing to give another free 3-card reading, but nobody's hit me with the 1111. So again, if you want a 3-card reading, hit me with the 1111. I'm trying to give it a little bit longer here. I do see there's still 2 people here. So whichever one hits me with that 1111 first, I'll go on and do a free 3-card reading. Don't be fearful. Don't be scared, because I know that a lot of people are hesitant. Like, I don't know what the cards are going to say, but, you have to take that first step to know, And if you have any questions, like, you don't have to ask the question out loud. All you have to do is just think about the question. And again, whoever hits me with the 1111 right now, I'll do one more free 3-card reading. So we have one more free 3-card reading with the first person to hit me with the 1111. So you want a free 3-card reading? Hit me with that 1111. I see there's 3 people here. How are you doing? How are y'all doing? Again, if any of you want a 3-card reading, hit me with the 1111. It's free of charge. I just feel I need to do one more reading, so I'm waiting for that first 1111. So, again, 1111 in the thread, and you will get a free 3-card reading. So I don't know who it is that needs this last reading. But again, if you put that 1111 in there, then I got you on a free 3-card reading. I see there's 3 people in here. Maybe that third person is the one that needs the reading. So again, put 1111 in the comments, and the first person to do that will get the last free 3-card reading. Again, hit me with the 1111 and you will get a free 3-card reading. I'm going to give it about a couple more minutes. And if nobody responds with that 1111, then I'm going to call it a night. I see there's still 2 people here. So I don't know if you want to go on and get that last free reading. Hit me with the 1111. If not, then I'm about to go night-night. So again, love and light, peace and blessings to everyone. I guess I'll go on and call it a night. I was going to do one more free reading, but no one is responding. So again, peace and blessings. I'm going to be definitely doing much more readings on here. So just keep an eye out for me. Thank you. And I'm grateful for everybody that allowed me to do readings for you. All of you be blessed, be blissful. Have a very blessed night. And please definitely share this video. Definitely share this video. Definitely like. And any questions, you can inbox me. And, you know, peace and love. I love y'all. Keep your head up. And you are a magnificent, magical motherfucker. And don't you forget it. Peace.